Hello guys, Zendar55 here, doing a tutorial on how to get mods for any of the Bethesda games that you can use mod for, except Oblivion and all those older ones. Starting at FO3 and up, because I never got there so far with Oblivion and anything back. But I'm sure it's as easy as this, or as hard as this, whatever your skill may be at computers. But essentially, I guess I'm doing Fallout New Vegas right now because I'm on the forums. But let's say I want this mod. You can, there's a few ways you can do this. There's a few launchers you can launch your mods with, but I suggest using a launcher. I mean, you could just use the based-in thing, but it doesn't work very good. So essentially what you're going to do is want Nexus Mod Manager, or you can use an old one that is by a mod author in the actual files of the Nexus. You don't even have to use Nexus for downloading mods. It's just where it's all at. So yeah, you can download that. The links will all be in the description, so you don't have to worry about finding anything. But essentially, you can just download it. I already have it, so that's done. So what you need for all of them is script extenders. Some mods work without script extenders, but it's best to have it so you're not left out. But I'm just going to click on the first one, New Vegas. Instead of putting down the one you want, like NVSE, like if you want all of them, just put down Silverlock. Which I never thought of doing because I download them all at the same time. But if you're looking at one specific, this one is NVSC. Yeah, you can download, let me see, 7-zip, I don't care. So, go to your website, download Silverlock, and we will proceed to installing this. There's something else you need besides that archived invalidation, which I never went over in my other first tutorial, reason why I'm doing it again. So, right now we're gonna go into Steam. Alright. So I have installed my New Vegas in Steam. Well, actually it is a Steam game, so that's why. Haha, I don't know why. There we go. So go in Steam apps. I think it's common. Alright, there we go. So right here is where you would go into this folder, just on this. I mean, you could extract this, I don't know why that closed, but you can essentially just extract it. But if you know how to use WinRAR, you could just drag it out, and then it'll start to do this. But essentially I'm just gonna skip all those files because there's nothing really new that I already have script extender, so I'm not going to bother with that. So, breaking down things. Alright, so in your Fallout directory, I'm just going to explain this, and show it at the same time, because if not, I'll be here all day. But the data folder is pretty much where every mod is going to be located in. Anything that doesn't mess around with your launchers or before the game starts, essentially, is, or how it runs, will all be in the main folder. Like New Vegas Script Extender extends the scripts, so therefore it overhauls the engine or something like that. So it gets placed in here. I don't know exactly what it does, but but in the data folder you'll have your main Fallout meshes, all the things that run your game and supply your game with voices, sound, all the different aspects are in this folder. Now you can do this with Skyrim, like I said, and anything. So, and then all these folders are from mods that didn't put it in a BSA file, which are just like the equivalent to RAR for this game, which are RAR files, which I just opened. So, let's go grab our mod that we want to install. Okay, so I want. This one looks actually really good. Melanella, I can't freaking pronounce that. It's probably so easy. But anyways, he makes good guns. So we're gonna download this file. It's downloading. So your file will be prepared to download. So you can also hit download with Mod Manager, and if you have the Mod Manager that Nexus supplies you with, it should start up automatically and just start installing. But mine doesn't work because they shut down the servers, and I didn't bother to log in again. I could probably get it working. They shut down their servers for this. I don't know if it's still down or not. I'm pretty sure it's up now. And you couldn't download it through this. But there is another way of using this to install the mod for you if you don't know how, or you want to keep all your files not all loose. Like when you install it with the mod launcher, it keeps it all, so when you hit uninstall, it'll uninstall every single file. If not, you're gonna have to track down every single file and delete it when you need to, like all this junk. And her hair color keeps changing. I now know why. And more you know. But anyways, holy Jesus, I'm gonna grab another mod here. I mean, I could just skip it, but I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person. That is taking too long. What do we need? Let's say I want ragdoll overhaul. I hope this overhaul isn't that big. What is this? This is 1 megabyte. Great. So let's go find a server. Some of the servers may not work because they usually have server problems. Just saying. Alright, so this mod is done in like 2.5 seconds. So you could just go straight up. I wouldn't recommend doing this because it's a pain in the ass to get rid of the files afterwards, but you could just like straight up drag it in here, which takes forever to recover. Or you could go to what is it, no, OS games mod Nexus mod manager, Fallout 3 mods, and you could drag it in here, but for some reason it keeps pulling from the readme file for me, so just drag it into here. Now I'll put this destination, so you can just copy and paste it into this little bar here. As long as your drive is a C drive, you should be fine. And all that means is it has a C. I don't know why they're assigned to a letter, but you know, some smarter person will know. And then let's say you want to install a mod, so you go to mods, and then you go and add that mod. So you go here. Where is it? Ragdoll. What was it named? I don't know. So you go ragdoll and hit open, and then it'll automatically go on. So to this list usually, unless you have a sorter, and I don't like sorting it because all my mods are scattered in individual folders. So ragdoll overhaul, and then you just double click it and it says installing mod. Mods activated. Go to plugins, and then right here is your mod. It already check marks it, so check mark it. So you have it when you start it up. So anything that's check marked will start up. Obviously, anything that's not, the game will skip it. Now there is a certain load order that your mod should be in, depending on how demanding the mod is and what type of mod it is. Now usually anything by high-end mod authors that would include a lot of work done to the game, I stick to the front. And certain mods you want to stick up to the front. Anything that requires a new world space, I'd stick up high in the list. Stuff like that. And there's two different files. There's ESMs and ESPs. ESMs are like the organize all the things, almost, I'm pretty sure, from the BSAs, so that the ESPs can then pull from, but I'm not exactly sure on that, but because you can have the ESM selected, and then the ESP can be the file that places it all in the world, all the objects that's associated with the ESM. I don't know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a BSA to pulls from, but I don't think it matters, and you guys are probably having a hard time understanding what I'm talking about because I mod, so, in a bit. So what you also need is archive invalidation. Archive. I'm a moron. I will not spell this right. Invalidation. So archive invalidation. Output Fallout New Vegas. All right, we got this one. So archive. Fallout New Vegas. Archive invalidation. You have to do this for Fallout 3. I don't believe you have to do anything for Skyrim. I think it's just kind of built-in kind of thing. I could be wrong though. If I'm wrong, then there'll be no link, or there'll be a link to the things you'll need. So it's clearly written in theory. Report, no problem. So you download this. I'll download it. I should have had all this installed. You know. Essentially, I wasn't really thinking. So. Now, this may or may not work for me. I don't know how I keep archive invalidating my stuff anyways. But, I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, you're supposed to drag these files in the archive invalidation folder in the main thing, but for some reason, I stick it in the data and copy and paste it in both of them until something works, but essentially you just want to drag and drop. I'm going to skip into, try the data folder first, and if not, go to the main folder, but I don't think, I think it should be fine in the data folder. Alright, and then you click on Fallout New Vegas Archive Invalidation, and, well, I have mine activated right now, but, and by the way, essentially what Archive Invalidation is it, stops red exclamation marks. It pretty much has it so the meshes and textures, which are, if let's say a gun, would be the gun, and the texture being what color and what it looks like, you know, around. If not, it'd be like kind of like a gray, flat thing of the gun. It's kind of hard to explain, but anyways, this has it so it will work, and I guess it invalidates your archives, so it all works in game. So, and then once you activate, you might have to do this a few times, and it may make you search for the Fallout directory, which is you know, could be different for anybody. But I hope that helped. This was Zendar55 here, and I hope this tutorial helped you guys. Because it didn't help me, because I don't know. Okay, well, see you guys.